Peace Corps. Anybody heard of the Peace Corps before? Yeah? What? Anybody know what it is? No. Yeah, so Renee's a volunteer organization to help undeveloped countries. And that's basically what it is. JFK founded it in 1961 with 3 goals in mind. First goal, to help people in interesting countries where they needed help, so sending skilled people out there. Second goal was to bring America's culture to other people in the world. And the third goal is to promote a better understanding of other cultures on the part of Americans. I spoke French. I studied French in college and I wanted to use my French, so they sent me to West Africa, which used to be French colonies there. So they spoke French there as a national language, so I had to go and I taught in French. That's tricky. Anybody know where Guinea is on the map?
Somewhere in the west.
Here? No, yeah, West Africa up there. That's where Guinea is. That's the Guinean flag. So this is the map of Guinea. Conakry is the capital. Labe is the closest big city to where I lived, and I live a little above Labe up there. So it was about a 1-hour drive from where I lived to Labe, and then a 14-hour drive from Labe to Conakry because the roads were so bad. It's about as big as the state of Oregon, so it's not very big, but the roads are like dirt, so you can't drive very fast. So then I graduated from training after 3 months with other volunteers. That's the same dress I wore there, yeah. And I was sent to a place called Lafu in the region of Leluma. I was the only American going there. So I was the only American for about 3 hours in any direction. Lafu is a very small village. There were about 800 people who lived in the center village, and then other people in surrounding villages. And in the surrounding villages, they would come in to go to school where I worked. It's a very traditional area. These people are called Poles, or Fula people, and they spoke the language Pular. So when I'm going to say hello in Pular, I say Onjakama. You guys say Onjakama back to me. Ready? Onjakama. Tanalata. And you say Yamtu, Namasade, Namasade, Seda. Seda, and you go back and forth for about 5 minutes with your greetings. It's a really long hello. So, Lafu was really beautiful and lush. That's what it looked like in my village. That was my house that I lived in, very bare bones. They had a gas stove to cook on. Most people cook with charcoal. That was my toilet.
Yeah.
This is my husband. I got engaged to him. In general, everyone wants to know when you're getting married. Are you married? Do you have a fiance? When are you getting married? You're really old. Why aren't you married? And I went to a lot of weddings when I was there, especially for like my 8th grade girls, because that's the age you start getting married. So you have a really high dropout rate for girls, and all of you guys in high school right now, you would be thinking about getting married, and your parents would find a husband for you. So I finally got tired of people asking me if I would marry them and if when I was going to get a husband. So the doctor across the street, he had a 3-year-old, and he wanted me to marry him. So I said, okay, I'll get engaged to your 3-year-old son. And it was a great relationship. He would bring me like candy and money, and then I would give him cookies, and we'd have really deep conversations like, Sarah, where are your cookies? I'd be like, I don't have any more cookies. I was like, why? Because you ate them all. And this is the classroom where I taught it. I would try to do demonstrations and everything, but a general class in Guinea, you come in with your little notebook that probably has like Justin Bieber or a soccer player on the cover that they buy at these like little stores. And then you copy down for 2 hours what your teacher's saying. So I tried to do a little bit more interactive stuff with my students. This is a DNA extraction. We could do it with like really basic materials found in Guinea. So we extracted DNA from an onion that day. That's me talking about DNA in French. DNA is ADN. So my friends in the village, I started out, it was really weird because there weren't any other girls my age, and if they were my age, they were married. I started out making friends with like little kids, and then eventually I got to be friends with some of the doctors in the village and the other teachers. All the other teachers were guys. There weren't any other female teachers. So eating in Guinea, you normally ate on the floor in a bowl, and you would eat rice with like a sauce with your hands. Kind of like you guys are doing that. Cooking, we had like 3 different sauces. There was a peanut sauce and a meat sauce, and then a leaf sauce. And they were all really, really spicy. On the list of developed countries, Guinea actually ranks worse than places like Sudan, Afghanistan, Rwanda. All those places you've heard have terrible things going on. Guinea's actually worse off on the Human Development Index. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. And these are some of the things I was able to see while I was there. Waterfalls, rope bridges. This is more of a beautiful, like, geological site in Guinea. What I did is I wrote a grant for some of my students and other students around the country to come actually visit this place and explore. And we held our first, like, National Girls Outdoor Leadership Conference at this place. And that was really fun. And one of my favorite projects I did while I was there was I worked on a national malaria curriculum and worked with malaria education and prevention. Because malaria was the #1 killer in Guinea. It was really dangerous. A lot of people died from malaria every year. So these kids went out into their villages and did their own malaria prevention projects. So at the end of the day, I did a lot of really cool stuff. We got to see a lot of cool places. But the best thing about it was like making friends with people in my village, building relationships with people I would have never ever met before, and that was really incredible.